हाय एवरीवन। तो आज मैं आप लोगों को इंडिसेस के बारे में बताऊंगी जो कि अप्लाइड मैथमेटिक्स का एक टॉपिक है, चैप्टर नंबर 2 इंडिसेस, क्लास 11 सीबीएसई। राइट। सो हम बचपन से पढ़ते हुए आ रहे हैं इंडिसेस, पावर पढ़ा है हमने बचपन में कि पावर क्या होता है, पावर कैसे वर्क करता है। हमने पढ़ा भी होगा बचपन में, अगर हमने देखा होगा कि a टू द पावर m मैम लिख देती थी मैम a टू द पावर n, और समटाइम मैम लिख देती थी 2 टू द पावर 3, और कहती थी 2 टू द पावर 3 2 इंटू 3 के बराबर नहीं होता। राइट। लेकिन 2 टू द पावर 3 किसके बराबर होता है? 2 इंटू 2 इंटू 2 विच इज 8। राइट। That is the thing which we have learned in our previous classes, right? So today we are in 11th year, or you can say class 11. We have to use these laws of exponents to solve this difficult, or you can say monster problems, right? So the first law is known as the product law. This is also you have learned in the previous class, that a to the power m into a to the power n is nothing but a to the power m plus n. So what is n and a? Very confusing, right? So a is basically known as the base and m is known as the power. What we call it? M is known as the power. So a to the power m into a to the power n. That means when you have the same base, like for example 2, whose power is, let's say, 5, is multiplied with the same base, that is 2 to the power 3, then what will happen? You have to keep the base same. हमें base को same रखना होता है, and you need to add the powers. So you will get 2 to the power 8. Okay, 5 plus 3 is 8. Similarly, there is a quotient rule, the rule number 2, which says a to the power m upon a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. So when the powers are in the division, or you can say when the two terms are in division, what you need to do? You need to subtract the powers. So for example, you have 2 to the power 5 divided by 2 to the power 3. See, you can see here you have the same base, 2 and 2. So what you need to do? You have to subtract the powers, which is 5 minus 3. So you can write it as 2 to the power 2. That will be your answer. Right? The third law. The third law says here that when you have the same, or you can say a to the power m into n. Right? So in this one you have a to the power m whose whole power in n is equal to a to the power m into n. So what does it mean? It means like if you have 2, or let's say change the number. हम number change करते हैं 3 to the power 5 to the whole power 2. So it means it is equal to 3 to the power 5 into 2, which is nothing but 3 to the power 10. Right? This is the third rule, known as power of a power. See, power m of a power n. Right? Then you have zero rule. Zero rule is anything whose power is 0 is nothing but it's 1. Like when you have 9, 5, 6, 8, 1 whose power is 0, it looks not very complicated number, but it is equal to 1. Right? Then you have a negative exponent. Right? In this one, when you have the number, let's say 2, oh, change the number, very boring number 2 now. So the number, let's say you have 5 whose power is minus 1. So that will be equal to 1 over 5. Now some students will ask, what will happen if you have the number like 3 to the power minus 2? Yes dear, it's correct that it will be equal to 1 over 3 to the power 2. Okay. So whenever the power is negative, you have to take the reciprocal, or that number together with its power, it goes in the denominator. Okay. Now the most important and the different rule which we have not learned in the previous class, that a to the power m upon n. You can write it as a to the power m into 1 over n, and whenever you have a power, just look at here with my blue pen, that when you have the power a to the power 1 by n, it is equal to the nth root of a. Okay. So for example, if you have like let's say the number 2 to the power, yes, again I am taking that number, cube root. So you can write it as cube root of 2. Okay. So you can write here, just come back to the rule. So a to the power m upon n will become nth root of a to the power m. We will look the different examples of this, don't worry. So let's simplify a very simple one, that is 3 to the power 3 into x to the power 4 y into y to the power 3 into 18x cube y to the power 5, right? Let's start doing this. So how you can do that? So in this one, try to first collect the coefficients, which is 3 times 18. Now collect the like terms. So you have x to the power 4 into x to the power 3 times y cube times y to the power 5. Now you can see here that you have the same base, x and x. So what will happen? The power will get added up, right? The power will get added up in this case. Okay. So what you will get? You get x to the power. You will get x to the power 4 plus 3. And in the same fashion, we have this number. Sorry. We have the number. Let's say just a minute. Let's erase this and take y to the power cube, right? If we have a number in this one, y to the power cube and y to the power 5. So again we have the same, what is happening here? No worries. So you have y to the power 3. So again what will happen? The powers will get added up. So you get y to the power 3 plus 5. And 18 and 3 will get multiplied. So 18 times 3 is, you can say, what is 18 times 3? So 18 times 3 is 54, right? So you get 54. So make a equal to sign. You get 54 x to the power 7 y to the power 8. And that will be your answer. Right? Is this thing clear? The next one. So the next thing is 3x to the power 4 y to the power cube upon 18x cube y to the power 5. Right? So how you can solve it? Just try to cancel out. Now what we have, which property we have to use? We have a to the power m divided by a to the power n will give you a to the power m minus n. Right? So you have to use this property. Okay? So in this one, simply 18 and 3 will cancel out and it will give you 1 over 6. Just take away from it. Now you have x to the power 4 minus 3 because you have the same x here, then you have y to the power 3 minus 5, right? So you can get 1 over 6 x to the power 1, y to the power 3 take away minus 5. So you can say it's minus 2 because 5 is greater than 3. So you have to take care of the sign of 5. So what you will get? You get 1 over 6 x y to the power minus 2. Okay, I told you one more rule that if you have y to the power minus negative number, so it will become y over 1 over y. So in the same way, this will happen 1 over 6 x over y square. So the final answer is x over 6y square. This will be your answer. Is this thing clear? Next one. The next question is, you have to solve this negative number. Now tell me what will happen if you have minus 1 to the power 2. It will equal to minus 1 into minus 1, which is equal to 1. But when you have minus 1 to the power 3, it will equal to minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. So minus minus will plus and minus will give you minus 1. The same thing goes here. In this one, you have minus remains minus 1, let's say. So it becomes minus 1 cube into 2 cube into x2 square to the whole cube over y cube whole cube, right? So minus 1 cube will become minus 1 into 2 cube will become 8 into x to the power 2 into 3. So what will happen? So x to the power m into n. That will become x to the power mn. So same thing goes here. So it will become x to the power 6 upon y to the power 9. Or you can write it as minus 1 into 8 will become minus 8 x to the power 6 upon y to the power 9, and this will be your answer. Okay. So the next question is 625 whose power is minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 whole power is 2. So we have learned that a to the power m to the whole power n is nothing but a to the power m into n. Right? So let's start with the two brackets. So you have 625 to the power 1 minus 1 by 2 multiplied by minus 1 by 4 to the whole power 2. Right? So it will become 625 to the whole power minus 1 by 8. Minus and minus will become plus 1 by 8 to the whole power 2. Which again you have to apply the same property, that a to the power m into n will give you a to the power m into n. So you get 625 to the power 1 by 8 into 2, which will give you 625 to the whole power 1 by 4. Right? Now you know that 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 is nothing but 625. That is 5 to the power 4. You can write 625 as 5 to the power 4 to the power 1 by 4. Right? Which is equal to 5 into 4 into 1 over 4. So you get 5 to the power 1. Right? So 5 to the power 1 is nothing but 5, which is the answer of your question. Right? I'm stopping here only. And the next questions you will get in the next videos, which I upload it soon. Right? So just do these questions, practice these questions, and अगर आपको कोई भी problem आती है, just message me. I will help you out. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye.